Welcome to the Mystery Mouse podcast. My name is Holly and I'm coming to you from Colorado, where I live with my husband and our 5 kids and our many pets. And today is Saturday, September, it's in the 20s, September 20 somethingth. And it's been a long time since I've podcast. Well, not super long. I think I podcast in July at some point, I think. So we have just had a really crazy few months here, and it's been tough to just sit down and do normal things. So I'm so thankful to be here with you today, and I'll do a life update at the end if you're interested in that. But this is mostly a knitting podcast. I have some knitting and crochet today. I have a little bit of cross stitch, a very brief book talk, and some stuff about my shop. I actually have the house to myself today for a little while. My 3 big kids are at a youth rally at another church, and David took Mary and Grady out to get some lunch and do a couple errands. So it's just me, but that could be good, and it could also be like the dogs are just gonna bother me. So we shall see what happens. So let's first talk about works in progress. I don't have any finished objects, I don't think. This has not been finished object territory lately. So first of all, here I'll talk about an old WIP. This is in this little Christmas Delightful Works bag from Susan. This is my Christmas socks that I've been working on. And this is the second sock. So as you can see, I am on the toe. I have done all the toe decreases, and I just need to Kitchener this toe, and then I have to do the heel. So here is proof of second sock. And I think I made these match pretty well, but they didn't end up at the same place, and I don't know why. So this one ended with this gold toe, like several rows of it. And this one, I have not, like, it just turned gold. I don't know if you can see this. Just turned gold right here. So I don't know why these were not quite the same. They might be like a row different, but I don't care. They're pretty close. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna, well, I probably will find a mini skein. I was thinking about just using the yarn, this yarn for the heel, or the heel, but I think I'm gonna find a mini skein and do a contrast heel. But I am so excited. I have not had a new pair of socks in a while, and these are my first pair of Christmas socks, and I can't believe it took me this long to knit Christmas socks. But I'm just a very slow sock knitter. So I still have a lot of yarn left. But I am thinking about making a sweater for Leonard, Grady's lion, out of this. I think that would be super cute, just a top-down yoke style sweater, but instead of doing color work, just let the stripes stripe. So I think I'm going to do that with this and make him a Christmas sweater. And it's sparkly. Do you see this sparkle? So it will be very festive. So I have completely just stopped on those because I need to find a tapestry needle. But I will get those done by Christmas, I have no doubt. Let's do another old WIP. This is actually my crochet, my current crochet WIP. This is in this bag. This is a bag by Sassy Sacks by Yaddy. And this has grown quite a bit because I had a few times when I needed a really mindless project, and this was just perfect. So I think last time I was on this gray to black kind of gradient, and look at all I have done. So, this is, I think like a 12 point star. I just made it up, but there are tons of crochet patterns that are like this, and I think I'm pretty much doing it like a pattern I've done before. I just didn't look at the instructions at all. And it started out, I did my own circle thing, and then when I wanted to make some points, so I just started, I don't know, I figured it out. But so it is quite fun, and I'm holding fingering weight yarn doubled, so that's why it's very fadey, because sometimes I'll use 2 of the same, and then I'll switch one, and then I'll, you know, gradually change. I think it looks really nice. So now I'm on this darker green, and I just started, over here, it's actually bigger over here. So here's the beginning of the round. Wait, hold on. Here's the beginning of the round. You can see this is just the darker green, and then this is starting to be green and blue. So I really love working on this every once in a while, but there is no rush to get this done. It's just a tiredness project, really. And so right now the 2 yarns I'm using are these. I have this dark green and this is green and blue. I think these are both my yarns. I'm pretty sure. I think this was my Grady Fletcher, maybe? I don't know. It's a dark green. I really like it. And this, I remember this was Ferdian Cogs from my Redwall collection. So, and I am using a size 4.25 millimeter. It's a G, I think, G hook. So it's pretty small, but it's not super small. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't really know what size of crochet hooks you're supposed to use for things, so I just use what I like. There are some kids outside screaming because it's Saturday. Watson does not like it. So those are 2 old whips. I've got one more old whip to show. This is Teddy's Legend of Zelda blanket, his Link blanket. So I don't remember exactly where I was last time. Did I make it all the way across the bottom? So it has not gotten any taller over on this side. I think I did, because I remember telling you about this. I had to do these 16 gold squares, and it was super boring. Well, I have started going up the other side. So I have 4, I did 4 blocks up from the bottom, and now I'm doing 4 more. So it's going to have this gold all the way around as a border, and then this brown is his shield. So he's got like a cross in his shield. So I think here is supposed to be the tan, like his foot, or his, no, it's his feet are brown. It's like this tan though. So poor Teddy has been bugging me to work on this. Every night he'll see me knitting, and I've been knitting on my Advent test pattern, which I cannot show you. I will tell you, I started over again, which I feel terrible about, but long story. Anyway, I'm really happy with how it's going right now, but that's all I've been working on the last week or so. And so every night Teddy comes in and he's like, how's my blanket going? And obviously he can tell it's not my blanket. I'm like, oh, it's great. It's going great. This is the thing. When you have kids that you knit for, there is no mercy. There is no patience. They just want their thing, which is nice. And that's really the reason why we knit for them, because they truly care, right? All right. So now I have a new work in progress, which I started on September 1st, and I haven't worked on it for a couple weeks because, like I said, I've been working my Advent test knit. But here is dun, 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 my new cowboy sweater. This is in my new cowboy bag. This is by Susan of Delightful Works. It's a beautiful sweater-sized bag. And I'm using for my main color my new knit-along colorway for the Cowboy Knit Along. This is a pattern by Cheryl of Wise Owl Knits, and she is running a knit along for this pattern from the beginning of September through the end of October. So I started, I haven't even posted about this at all. So I'm using my new colorway, the Ghost Rider, which is this dark blue. And I'm using all of the minis, all of the colors. There's 7 colors. And so this is my main color. And then I've got cactus, Indian paintbrush, not wildflower, Indian paintbrush, rose quartz, turquoise. I hand wound all these and they're falling apart a little bit. Terracotta. It's a beautiful pumpkin-y orange. And Dry Bones. Dry Bones is not a bare yarn. It is dyed. It has a little brown in it. Anyway, it's looking green. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so I'm using all of the colors and I love how it's turning out. This is the second cowboy I've knit. So I am definitely making it my own this time. So some changes I made. I wanted a wider neck. So I cast on for the ribbing with the numbers after the first increase. So I'm making the same size, but I cast on for the numbers after the first increase. And I did some short rows in the back. You can see the blue is thicker in the back and not in the front. And she has directions for short rows in the back, which I appreciate because I always do short rows. If I don't do them, I always regret it. And then what else am I going to do differently? Well, I just did my own thing with the colors, which I think Cheryl is doing too. And then I added a little hat band to the cowboy hat. And I changed some colors in here. This was fun. I did the terracotta, and then just right through the middle, I shot it through with the rose quartz and this is the cactus, and this is the turquoise. So they're just like lighter versions of the other colors. And these two. So I really like how that turned out. I think that's really cool. And so next, I think I'm on the round where you start the cow skull. So I'm going to use Dry Bones, which I did last time, but I really like how that looks. So I'm going to do that. I think the only other, well, I'm going to try to do long sleeves. I have 4 skeins of this. So that should be enough for me to do long sleeves, I hope. The only other change I'm going to make is that I wanted a shorter yoke depth. So I'll try it on after the cow skulls. I can't remember if there's another motif after that. But I remember that there are some rows of plain knitting before you split for the sleeves. So I think that I will just split sooner. What I need to do is decide if I need that last increase round. So anyway, I'm knitting these on some metal needles, which is very unusual for me, but I just think I needed this size. These are size 6, I think. This is a DK, a US 6 4mm needles. These are Knit Picks metal knitting needles, and I like them. I think they're fine. I usually use Knit Picks wooden needles. I just think I needed this size. So here is the Ghost Riders in the skein. I really love how this yarn turned out. It's really pretty. I think these colors together, they look really like 90s. I don't know if it's the purple and the turquoise. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It reminds me of the 90s. So I'm very excited about that. And I think I'm not gonna make it cropped because I keep making cropped sweaters and then I love to wear them with dresses and stuff, but then I can't wear them with jeans and it's just annoying. I would like some longer sweaters, but what happens every time I get to the end and I'm like, this is long enough, right? This is long enough. I want to be done. And I just get impatient. So I really need to look at my wardrobe at some sweaters that I wear with my jeans and just copy the length. So anyway, I will get back to this as soon as I'm done with my Advent pattern. I really wanted to get my Advent pattern done much earlier. I started it way early, but every time I got stuck, I was like, okay, I've got time. And I just mulled and I ruminated and I thought, and now I don't have any more time to do that. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that. The only other new thing I got besides this bag, I don't think I got any new yarn. That's the problem with being a yarn dyer, is new yarn is always available. But I did get this as a gift in the mail from Emily of Woldenburn. Thank you so much, Emily. She made me this beautiful Beauty and the Beast bag. And I love it. And I love the size of it too. It's great. And she also gave me a little DPN holder and a little Notions pouch, which is so cute. One of my knitting goals in my life is to have a Notions pouch filled with actual notions that I need in every project bag that I'm using. So it's so great when they match. And actually, Susan sent me one that matched too, or that went with my cowboy bag. So I just need to, I think what it is I'm always looking for two things. I'm looking for scissors and a tapestry needle. So I just need to make sure I have lots of little scissors and tapestry needles, and my dream will come true. But I just love this bag, and look at the lining. It's like roses. It's so pretty. So I'm really looking forward to using this. I think what I'm going to do is, when it's my birthday next month, so when I have my birthday cast on, I'm going to put it in this bag. So thank you so much, Emily. I love it. I do have some cross-stitch stuff to show you, so let me do that. I have been, okay, this is in my beautiful cross-stitch bag by Susan of Delightful Works. If you want Susan to make cross-stitch bags, go ask her in her Etsy shop, and she will do that. I have in here my Four Seasons Cats cross-stitch. This is my oldest whip. I've talked about this several times now. And I am working on the last cat, and I put it in a new thing so that I could get all the way around the edges. But I got all this stuff in the window done, and I'm starting to work on the border. So all of these, here, I'll take this out so you can see. Oh, and I got these are little cord-like tamers. They're just magnets. I just got them on Amazon. And I'm using it to keep my extra fabric from flopping around, and I really like it. I saw somebody recommend that. Oh, and you will see my needle's on my needle keeper again. So last week I was showing that my needle had disappeared from my needle keeper. But it was so funny because I found it, like right after I recorded, I found my needle, and you know where it was? It was Pumpkin, my kitty Pumpkin. She had it between her feet in the kitchen. And I was like, what? It was weird. Anyway, let me take this out and show you. It's finally getting done. I cannot tell you how satisfying this is to see this coming together. So the winter one I did a long time ago when I was like a teenager, and I can really tell if you look closely, don't look close. You can really tell all my X's don't go the same way, and I did all the back stitch right away, which was fine, I guess, but it's starting to come out like right here. So I'm gonna have to take some of that out and redo it. Then when I was in my heavy cross stitch phase, before I had kids, I did spring and fall. I love this fall one. But I have not done the back stitch on those yet. So that's why they look kind of fuzzy. And you can see how much better, like, defined this cat looks. So these need their back stitch done. And then I had started this one, and I had gotten quite a bit done. I had done like the curtains and the watermelon and some of the cat. So then I took like a 15-year break of cross stitch. And now I'm back. And so I finished the cat, I finished the window, and I need to do the border. So see, they say winter, spring, fall, and I got to do this. They all have like flowers or something, and this little gingham, which is like it's like a fade. It's really pretty. I can't wait to get this done. So, but I haven't worked on this. It was kind of nice working on it in the summer because it was summer themed and it just felt right. Now it's not summer anymore, and I really don't like the summer, so we'll see if I get it out anymore, but I hope so. I really want to get it done. I also want to work on like everything on Earth, and except what I should be working on. I'm trying to be good. Every once in a while, if I pull it out, it will get done. So that is that. I do have another big cross, well, not big, but I have another cross stitch that I have been working on, or I had been working on until I started kind of exclusively doing my Advent project. But that's on hold right now too. So, and it's for a gift for somebody who watches this podcast, so I can't show it. But I will show it before it's done. I will make sure to show it. I did get some cross stitch patterns, so I wanted to show you those. I bought all these patterns from Lindy Stitches. They had, so evidently there is a big needlework market in the spring, and there's one in the fall. So this is from the fall one. And so I got this. This is called We Santa 2025. Evidently they put one out every year. And I'm not a huge Santa person. I'm not anti-Santa. I'm just not like into Santa, you know, like some people are. But this one had these geese, and there's 5 of them because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's one sticking his head out from behind the Santa. So I thought, well, I have to make that. And the 5 geese can be my kids. Who's the Santa? Is it me? I don't know, probably. Okay, so I got that just because there's geese, and it was so cute. Then I got this Mouse's Pumpkin Pie. So evidently this is by Tiny Modernist. Evidently Tiny Modernist has a mouse range or series or whatever. So I had to get this one. It's so Thanksgiving-ish. And these are pretty small, so I think they would be pretty quick to finish. So I'd really like to make this maybe in November. Will it happen? I don't know, but then I was super excited to see this. This is, I'll take it out of the bag, it's too shiny. This is called Tommy's Pumpkin Patch by Blueberry Ridge Design. And I had gotten in the spring something about Hazel. There was a mouse and she had a teapot house, so I had to get that. This is like a companion to that. So it's a little squirrel and he lives in a pumpkin house. And it is very, very cute. So I had to get that one to go with the mouse. So I'm interested to see if she is going to do all the seasons eventually, because the mouse one was very springy and this is very fall-y, obviously. So I'll have to check and see if she is going to have any more. And then the last one I got, this is an interesting one. I got this because Ivy really liked it. I was watching the Lindy Stitches podcast where she was previewing a lot of these, and she said she really liked this one. I don't know if it's supposed to be Tristan and Isolde. Is that how you say it? So it's like that story, and I don't really know the story of Tristan and Isolde, but I just like it because it's castle-y, and it's got like a dragon and ships. I think they take a couple voyages in the story. Actually, they have, this is a really nice pattern. It's really big, but in the first page they have the legend, so you can read it, which I thought that was cool. So this is sort of an Ivy eventually pattern I got for her, but I do like it a lot. I like the colors. It's really pretty. It's an interesting style. All right, so that was all of my acquisitions. I am definitely acquiring cross-stitch patterns way faster than I can make them because cross-stitch is so slow, but cross-stitch patterns also tend to go out of print, unlike most knitting patterns. So I feel like I really need to get them. If I really want them, I need to get them while they are available. Let's do a tiny bit of book talk. My current reading, I'm reading The 21 Balloons by William Penn Dubois. I did a bag set for this in August, and this is just one of my favorite books. I haven't read it in a long time, so let's see. I've mostly been reading this during lunch, and so many good. I love the pictures too, and I love it that the author did the pictures, because I don't know, sometimes I feel like when someone else illustrates the book, you wonder if they really got the vision of the author, like how closely they worked with them. And when the author writes the book and does the pictures himself, you know this is exactly what he had in mind. And it's just such a good book. And I know I said this last time, but it's interesting because it's a kid's book, but it's really not about kids. There's kids in it, but this is about like a 60-year-old man who's a retired teacher and his adventure. And I don't know why I love that, but I think it's just, I think it's great for kids to see themselves as people and to identify with people of all different ages and times in their life, and to be interested in that, because someday, hopefully, you will be a 60-year-old and have adventures. And I don't know, it's such a good story. So anyway, I will talk a little bit about my bag set. I still have some available. I will talk a little bit about that later when I talk about my shop. Okay. Those little free libraries, or the little, give a book, take a book libraries that are in people's neighborhoods? I have found some new ones. So this is very exciting to me because it's just free books. Do I ever put a book in? No, because I hardly ever get rid of books, but maybe I will, because I found a couple in my neighborhood where I walk the dogs. So I did get these. I just thought these were so dated, and I just loved it. So this is the Candy Cane Caper and the Marshmallow Masquerade by Cynthia Blair. These look totally like little teen or preteen books from, let's see what year they're from. They look like the 80s. 1987. So these are supposed to be 15-year-old girls or something. Do they look 15? No. But I love their vests. They're twins. And I just think, I just wanted to try these and see what they're like. And also I have some preteen and teen girls, so maybe they will get into them. I don't know. It says starring Susan and Christine Pratt from The Pumpkin Principle. The Pumpkin Principle must have been a hit. It's mentioned on both of these books. I also got this one called Shadow Castle. Now this just looks like a great old vintagey book. This is a Scholastic book from 1945. This is in the 5th printing from 1972. So this is a book from the 70s, but written in the 40s. So I love these kind of books. I'm interested to read that. And then I will be honest, I got this for the cover. Look at this, Georgina and the Dragon by Lee Kingman, illustrated by Leonard Shortall. That's funny. It's like short and tall together. Shortall. And okay, let's see what year this was published. Oh, this is from the Denver Public Library. It was aged out of that, looks like. Looks like this guy writes funny animal stories. So this is copyright 1972. Looks very 1972. So I don't know. I love kids books. I really do. I love old kids books. And I was also very excited that this has its dust jacket. It's in such good shape. Look at this. This is embossed on the cover. So And I always love also to find new authors that I can like go deep dive and find all their books and stuff. So anyway, let me know if you've heard of any of these books or if you've read them like back in the day or, you know, at any time. I'm very interested to know. I also got a new knitting book. I'm so excited about it. This just came out. This is Debbie Bliss, Peter Rabbit Baby Knits. And let me tell you, this is cuteness overload. I mean, first of all, she sets it up in a really interesting way. She has kind of like a set for different characters. And I just love how she did it. So she has this Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail section. So it's all rabbits. So she's got this Peter Rabbit sweater, this bunny hat, a blanket, which look at this color work. It's amazing because it's in Tarja, but it actually looks like the illustrations, which I think she worked really hard at. And then it's got this adorable little capelet, like their little capelets. So that's the Peter Rabbit one. Oh, look at this blanket. I mean, that's a labor of love, but also, oh my goodness, it's just adorable. And what I really love about Debbie Bliss, I mean, she's an amazing pattern designer. She's been doing this for a long time, but look, booties. I don't think I showed these. Little radish booties. She loves booties. But her stuff always looks super professional. Like when you do it, you do it right. You do it like the pattern says. It just looks good. Okay, here's Jemima Puddle Duck. She's got these little duckbill booties that like their yellow is just on the top. Look at this sweater. I would wear this sweater. I'm showing this to my friend Elizabeth and she's like, yeah, I would wear that sweater. So we need to figure out a way to make this grown-up sized. Look at this little hat. It's a bonnet. And she has a Jemima Puddle Duck blanket. Ah, death by cuteness. So then she has Squirrel Nutkin, 2 sweaters. I mean, a squirrel like letter jacket sweater, an acorn sweater, an acorn hat, and this amazing patchwork blanket. Now the patchwork blanket, I'll show you the whole thing. Oh, it just kills me, that little squirrel sweater. Okay, look at this blanket. It's called Owl Island blanket. Look at it. Look at it. So theoretically, I mean, I think you just make the squares and sew them together. So you could kind of do whatever you wanted. Isn't that amazing? I think it is amazing. Then we have Mrs. Tiggy Winkle. Look at her. She's so cute. She's so chubby. And there's a little stuffy, more booties. You have to have booties. And a blanket and a little crossover sweater with the hedgehogs. Oh my goodness. Is that the last collection? Oh, no, but wait, there's more. There's Tom Kitten. So you got his little Tom Kitten suit, his little blue pants and jacket, a little kitten hat, and then this is a blanket with the corner like hood, so they can wear it. I mean, I suppose if you knitted this out of cotton, you could make a towel, like a bath towel. Oh my goodness, it's just ridiculous. So I think that's it. So if you have babies to knit for, if they like Peter Rabbit, if you like Peter Rabbit, get this book. It's so cute. When I had Teddy, my nursery was Peter Rabbit themed, so I would have loved to have had this. Of course, I wasn't a big knitter when Teddy was born, but I will be making things out of this for any babies that come along in my life. So anyway, I highly recommend. This just came out, I can't remember when it was, at the end of August or something, very recently. So this is a great Peter Rabbit book. I wanted to show you, I have two other Peter Rabbit knitting books. I have this one, which I'm sure I showed you before. This is Knitting Peter Rabbit by Claire Garland. She's the Dot Pebbles Knits, I think, on Instagram, something like that. She does stuffies and they're amazing. So, and she does like different combinations of yarns, but her stuffies, they're beautiful. And these would also be definitely a labor of love. But I really want to make the Jemima Puddle Duck because I think Jemima Puddle Duck is adorable. But I mean, look, Flopsy with her little cape. Can you imagine just having like a little, what is this, Tiggy Winkle? Can you imagine though, making like the Jemima Puddle Duck sweater and then making the Jemima Puddle Duck out of here? It would be epic. I mean, just imagine the reaction at the baby shower. It would be like worth it. Hold on, I gotta find Jemima. Here she is. It just looks like she walked out of the book and became a knitted stuffed animal. Then I have this one. This one is more hilarious, but this is the vintage, the Beatrix Potter knitting book by Pat Mancini. This is actually published by F. Warren & Co., who published Peter Rabbit. So I think that's interesting. This is an epic book. I'm throwing that word around a lot today. But, you know, sometimes. This was published in 1987. So it's super dated. I cannot imagine who knitted all of these samples because there's never just one. Look at this. Leg warmers, a hat, a scarf, mittens, and sweaters, and they knit 3 sets. 3. What were they thinking? They were thinking, we've got to show this like all over everything. I don't know. It's just nuts. This book is nuts. So I would definitely recommend looking it up though, because if you love Peter Rabbit and and you want to be an adult fan of a children's book series, you just can't go wrong. And they have baby stuff. They've got a latch hook rug that looks amazing. Look at that. It's really big too. I can't imagine having time to make these things. I just can't. Oh, I also love this. I love this Benjamin Bunny. Once again, they made 2. I think this was a time when more is more. Definitely. I mean, they have some really pretty things in here too. Look at these. What is this? What is this called? Tom Kitten Edwardian Party Sweater and Sleeveless Top for Mother and Daughter. So if you've got like 3 years warning and you know you're going to an Edwardian tea party with your 2 daughters, definitely do this. Why not? It's just nuts. But anyway, and then there's the Tailor of Gloucester, you know, the little mouse. They have a stitched rug, like cross stitch, and a pillow in this pattern. And they have a, what is this? Oh, they have just like a regular tapestry fire screen with the mouse on it. And they have pillows, enormous pillows, which I really like that pattern actually. I really like the flowers and the diamond. I'm a sucker for the diamond thing. So anyway, this one's vintage. The other ones are new. But, you know, if you want to collect these sorts of things, they are a great collection. As far as shop news, I just wanted to show you 2 things. So this is first of all, this is my 21 balloons set. I love this fabric. Look at, there's little people in the baskets. And here is the yarn that you will get with it. I love this mini. It's like a fawn mini. And you will also get this beautiful hot air balloon stitch marker by my friend Elizabeth at EB & Co. So I love collaborating with these ladies. This is Susan of Delightful Works. This is EB & Co. US on Etsy. She makes beaded stitch markers. And this is me. The yarn is a sock set. Of course, you can make anything with a sock set. I think I will probably make socks with mine. But I still have a few of these in my shop. If you are interested, get them while they're there. And then I thought I would show you my most recent Classic Tales Yarn Club. This was our club for September. We did Winnie the Pooh, like classic Pooh with the original illustrations. And here is the yarn. So it's got some speckles in it. It's like a yellow, a creamy yellow with some white still and some pink. I did pink for Piglet. And then if you got the full two full skeins, you could see that this blue was named Eeyore. I think these colors are so pretty. So, and then also, let's see, I made this little stitch marker. It's a little bee. He turned out really good. And then I gave you some other little treats and goodies. So I actually have one of these sets left. If you want it, would you just message me in Etsy and let me know, and I'll put it up for you. First come, because I made extra. I usually make at least one extra in case something gets lost in the mail, because that would be really scary to have to like start over and make everything again. So I do have one more left if anybody wants one. It's not on the website. Just message me in Etsy and let me know. Okay, so that is that. And oh, if you are interested in getting my advent calendar, Christmas in the Castle Library, which is a Beauty and the Beast themed advent calendar, that is available in my Etsy shop. That won't be available forever. So I know very often I have looked for advent calendars kind of late in the season and they're gone, and it's sad. So I'll keep it up as long as I can, but October is advent pack season. So just if you want to check that out, it's a 12-day mini skein plus one big skein, plus I have stitch markers and a treat for every day, and a mystery pattern, which is what I'm working on right now. It's actually what I will do as soon as I am done recording, is work on that, keep working on that. And what else? Just some other surprises. I have some surprises in there. I do not like spoiling surprises. I know that people want to know what they're going to get, but I hope that you will trust me and go for it, because I think it will be worth it. I usually try to put a little mystery in there. I've been trying to figure out that. So that is all included in my advent calendar. It's really, I love putting it together. I love big projects, and the thing is, they take a long time, big projects. So anyway, that's in my Etsy shop. I will link it down below in the description box, as well as the other makers and designers of these things that I've talked about today, as many as I can remember. So I think that is all for the knitting content. I think I will do just a little brief life update now. So if you're interested in that, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us. So since July, it just seems like there has been a lot happening in our lives. And I had some health issues with my liver at the beginning of the summer, so that is getting better, but I'm still kind of dealing with some of that. And David's dad, I think I talked to you about last time, he had a big health scare in July, and he's doing much better. So thank you so much for your prayers for him. And then in August, we had sort of another, a big thing that happened. I don't know how to explain this. I don't really want to talk about it, but um, there was just a big thing that happened related to one of David's jobs, and he just had a lot of stress and a lot of things that he was dealing with. So it was just very distracting. It was hard to focus on the work that we had in front of us and like sort of everyday things. When big things happen and it's like, you mean we still have to eat and like clean the house and go to the store, and all those things just seemed really just difficult. And that's one reason why I think I'm still working on my Advent pattern the way that I am, and because just everything just kind of stopped for a little while. So we're kind of coming out of that still. Things are getting more normal, and I'm really thankful for that. And excited for some things that are coming up in the future. So we started up co-op again, so that was good. I'll tell you, it's really interesting to me how the summer, it's like you're not doing as many things, but everything seems harder because your routine is really messed up. So, because like in the summer, we don't have co-op, we don't have homeschooling, we don't have choir at church. We take a recess in the summer, and there's something else. Well, anyway, so it's like all these things just stop, and yet we're not any less busy. So even though it seems counterintuitive that things are starting up again and we should be busier, it just feels like it's a relief because things happen. Oh, that's what it was. We don't have scouts in the summer. We do Trail Life and AHG for our older kids, and I'm in a leadership position, so I have to go to all the meetings and prepare things and everything. So that has started up again, and co-op has started up again. I wrote a play for co-op, which I was also very stressed about in the summer and did not get done to the last possible moment. And I still have to write music because it's a musical, so I need to write the music for that. I'm not worried about that. It's just I gotta sit down and like totally focus and do that. So, but we've started practicing the play. It's really fun. It's just like a fairy tale mashup, and it was really fun to write. And once I finally got to it, but so it's fun to see it start coming to life with the kids and everything. So that's going on, and like I said, Trail Life and AHG have started up again, and what else? Oh, choir has started again, and I'm really enjoying that. I always miss choir when it's gone. I miss singing and all that. So in October, we will be starting to work on our Christmas music, which will be fun. So it's just been a challenging season, and I'm hoping that we are getting through it. And even into September with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, it just seemed like there was just a lot of heaviness and a lot of discouragement. And so I'm really hoping we're all coming out of that and we can be focused on happy things and good things. I do want to say I got a really nice review on my shop the other day. It was just really encouraging to me. The person who put the review mentioned that they were really encouraged by the verse I put on their packing slip. I always write a verse reference, and I try always to do a different one. And it's usually something that I've been thinking about and that I just read recently or that I feel like I need. So that was just really nice and encouraging to me. So thank you if you are the one who left that review. I really appreciate it. So I think that's it for today. I will talk to you soon. I did not have very many interruptions today. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for checking out my shop and ordering things from me or just leaving a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I would love to know what you're working on or what you're interested in. Let me know if you have any fall recipes, because it's that time where you want to make everything pumpkin, apple, cinnamon, etc. related, and soup. I'm making a new soup on Sunday. I'm so excited about it. It's like a chicken gnocchi. Anyway, I'm hungry just thinking about it. All right, so I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. I forgot to mention, I'm going to be doing October vlogs. Teddy is talking me into it. And so I am a terrible vlogger. This is a great commercial. I am a terrible vlogger, but I'm going to do my best, and Teddy said he will help me edit and get everything up every day. So we're gonna try to do vlogs in October, which is great because October is my birthday month, and it is, what else is happening in October? Lots of things are happening in October. It's a big month. We do a big fall festival at our church on Halloween every year and have the kids, you know, do costumes and play games for candy. So I will be showing you some of that and all the prep that goes into that. And you can just see, I don't know, see what we are up to in October in this house. It's gonna be nuts. Anyway, it'll be fun. So I hope that you'll check that out. One reason I wanted to film a podcast today is because I wanted to be sure and get it out before October 1st so I could tell you about that. So I'll see you then. Bye. Which I don't think, well, there's nothing really super new, but some shop stuff. So Watson, sit down. Watson. Watson, sit down. And I just really like how it turned out. So we did Winnie the Pooh. Watson. Watson, sit down. Oh, someone is outside running their truck. Why? Okay, hold on. I'm going to go shut the door.